everyone, and welcome to Dimensions of Love. This is another session of training our intuition with the help of picking a pile of shell. Why we have particularly chosen a shell, it's because it symbolizes water, the depth of the subconscious, and also it symbolizes the moon and all of our deep emotions. So if we can connect with that and we can train our intuition to become stronger in a more fun way, because when we learn, we love to learn in a fun way. This is how we've learned when we were younger. But as we get older, learning is more of a chore and an obligation, and it doesn't tend to advance us in the same way as when it is fun. And the same way with our intuition, it is a training and learning to learn how to discern different feelings within yourself, what is mine, what is not mine. So it's very important that we keep this training. So if you're here and you're visiting, hopefully every Friday, I will be putting out a video about these shell picks so that you can feel with your intuition which shell, which number you feel connected to that particular weekend. And then we go through the messages that you will receive. And when you receive those messages, I want you to look through this weekend. What happened that weekend? And where can you see the intuition play in with the message that you receive from spirit and from my spirit team that will deliver it to you? And then to integrate that into learning more about yourself. So if something is difficult and we have a lot of obligation and things to do, this is kind of a simple thing that one can commit to. That's not very difficult, and it also is fun. That's the whole point of it, why spirit brought us this in this type of way to do it like this. So we're connecting to many elements that are connected to the world, to our inner world, and to our intuition, and that amplifies you to dive more deeper into that dimension. Okay, so it's all about locking up all of these dimensions that you've always mastered and powered inside of you, but somehow has suppressed consciously or subconsciously within the society, within the family, or within yourself. So, with all of that being said, I'm truly grateful that you all are all here. Thank you for being here. It's always fun to bring you these relaxing messages. Um, because they're very playful. So that always feels good to the soul, right? So these are the pile 1, 2, and 3. And remember, this is a timeless message. So if you clicked on this video and it's not the weekend, I don't want you to feel like there's no message here, because spirit can still give you some messages in a pile because it's timeless. So don't be so rigid with how you pick it. But usually we do this for the weekends, mostly for the viewers that are watching this from week to week. So if you're someone that click on this video, uh, just letting you know that don't see it so simple dimensional, see it multidimensional, because that is what we are, right? So if you picked pile number 1, this is your message. I want you to pay attention to, if you see number 4 this weekend, wherever that will show up in your reality, spirit wants you to pay attention to that, because there's a message there. Okay, there is some type of success that will come out of that number connection. These are your cards, and we have the death card. So this is the major arcana connected to this shell, and this shell is saying that you want to get out of a difficult situation. There's a difficult situation, and you just want to get out of this situation. And why it is difficult, it's because I feel like you are, whoever that picked this pile number one, you're very connected to your ego. Your ego is very strong within you. So usually another person that spirit is giving it to us as walking in mud. It's very difficult. It's heavy. It's a lot. And there's a feeling of another person that maybe doesn't have so much ego when they're going through a transformation, death and resurrection. It's kind of easy for them. They just surrender completely. But because you have this heavy ego, it might not even be it can be ancestral, but it is playing out in your reality within you. So this heavy ego. So it is saying that you're having a difficult time of when this transformation is supposed to happen. You kind of want to avoid it. You don't want it to happen because it brings up so much emotion within you. Because I feel like you're an empath, so that's why it makes it so difficult for you to feel into this transformation, because it is pulling up a lot of things, like collectively. Sometimes it's not just our journey, it's also the collective's journey in that. And if you're connecting to a heavy and a lot of ego, it can feel very overwhelming and kind of sadness of that death, even though that uh, the higher lights are saying that this is completely normal, this is not even difficult, it's simple. For you, this is very much so difficult, and spirit wants you to know that they understand that this is difficult for you, but they still want to encourage you by saying that these are just simple things. Why you find it difficult, it's because a lot of emotions are involved, and the ego energy is very strong. So just try to release and let it go, because you have the power to do that. You have definitely come very far in your journey, so you can do this. Don't think about this as a situation that you want to get out of. More so pray of how you can have the courage to be stronger in it. Okay, sometimes we want to get out of a situation, but instead of wanting to get out of it, we should encourage ourselves to have more strength in it, so that this transformation can be even more so supreme than you'll ever thought. So this is your message, and keep an eye for number 4 here. It's very strongly here, pile number 1. I hope that message helps you. Thank you. If you picked pile number 2, then this is your shell. It's very much with spikes, and I'm connected directly to earth plane, human, very tangible 3D reality. And your message here says you'd rather be alone than to have a connection with someone. And your card is the Knight of Wands. So this is an action-oriented card. The message from Spirit to you with these cards are, if you've been hurt in a relationship that was difficult for you, that has created within you a kind of storyline or a belief system, if you may, that every relationship is difficult, every relationship needs sacrificing and is painful. And this belief system is so strongly in you that even if you have someone that is great around you, or that will enter your life that is great, you subconsciously will push this person away from you, just based upon that first experience that you encounter that left you such a deep mark that it actually ruined all of your other relationship. They never even had a fair chance because you didn't give them this chance. And that might sound a little bit harsh, but Spirit is saying here that you close off, you push them away. So if things happen that the people weren't a fit, or something happened between you, Spirit wants you to know that you were a part of that pushing too. Because a relationship, I feel very strongly that this is a relationship. This is 3D. This is a body with a body kind of soul relationship. And spirit is saying to you that you can't close yourself in. You can't just be alone and sit there, because spirit is actually asking you to take action. You need to step forward. You need to question this belief. Is this true? Because a, a great union, a healthy relationship will actually bring you so much. It will elevate you. You will elevate each other. It is very comforting in existence, and not many find their love in this lifetimes, and a companionship that is worth having for the rest of your life. So if you can have that, that is actually an honor. So never discard that because of a belief system that has festered so strongly within you, causing you to push everyone out. Don't push them out. So on this weekend, Spirit is asking you to look at that belief system and remove it, because it's not true. Truly look at it completely and question yourself in that. That is what Spirit wants you to know. And then take action, move forward. Take a chance in life. Trust that there are good people and that you also play a part. I hope that that message helps you. Pile number 2 on this weekend. Thank you. And if you picked pile number 3, these are your messages. Here is your shell. And what I'm intuitively feeling and have meditated upon this card's karmic cycles are returning here. That's the first thing that pop out. The card's message is you need to master the basics before you move forward, because you have a tendency to miss a few steps. Okay. And your card is the King of Wands. Okay. So the King of Wands is very driven, is very passionate and strong, and creates a lot of endeavors in his existence. Whether you're male or female, you have a very, very strong energy here. You are a boss energy, truly. What Spirit is asking you here, and why I'm connecting to it in my meditation, of that this is karmic. It feels like you are an old soul. You're very wise. That's why you're a boss. You have a lot of knowledge that you've accumulated many lifetimes ago, probably in many planets too. But you're here now on Earth, and it seems like you are kind of stuck here in a sense of um, because you're so advanced that the most difficult thing is easy for you, but the most simplest thing is so hard for you that you kind of miss it. You dismiss it. You don't see it. It's like when you build the basic of a house, okay, down on the ground, okay. So the groundwork is the most important, right? And you will miss just an inches of one little stick. If you miss that, the whole building that you built, no matter how amazing it is, it will still like lean, and um, that little off balance part will cause the whole building to collapse. Like, it's so simple of that little detail right there in the bottom on these um, concretes underneath the ground, even before the building is put up, right? So what I'm trying to say here is that you're so advanced that you're missing that little step, and Spirit is asking you, if you're doing something right now, if there is something that you need to look at this, because this is karmic, so this is repeating itself. You know everything advanced, but you keep missing that little step, and Spirit really wants you to stop, okay? Because I'm feeling this energy that pushes forward. Spirit wants you to stop. You're very, very wise. You're a very old soul. It doesn't matter. You can be older if you're watching this, but it can also be that you're young and full of vibrant life, but you have an old soul. And this is a step that you've always missed to do. So Spirit is asking you, it is difficult for you because you have so much drive and you have so much power in your energy and so much fire that you can push forward anything. But Spirit is asking you to wait. Don't miss those steps, okay? Because these steps will be this little step. Don't miss it because it will mess up everything that you work so hard for. So just take it easy, slow it down, and just look at these basics. There's something that you need to see in the basics, and however it shows up in your reality, take it as it resonates, but make sure that you're looking at those basics and don't miss that little step, because it will, in the long run, it will just cost you so much. It's not worth it. So just look into that and take an extra look and look into that detail, okay? Remember, the devil is in the detail. So it can be just one little thing that can mess up everything. So make sure to go back and look at that. But this is a wonderful message. And since this has happened to you karmically in many lifetimes, just make sure to be gentle with yourself. And we all have our difficulties. I mean, this might be so simple, but for you it's not. So, I mean, just you're amazing. You have so many good qualities. You're a boss. I mean, you've everything. So there's nothing wrong that you have that. It's just a karmic imprint that you need to work on. So it doesn't mean anything negative. I feel like this is a positive card because you're closing out these things. I feel like there's an energy of you being very aware here of this, and you're kind of already looking at it. So that's very good. So overall, this is a positive message for you, pile number 3. And whatever you are working on or doing, congratulations, may bring you everything that you ever wanted or needed. So these were your messages for the weekend. I hope that they helped you. And thank you for being here. If you like these videos that we post on Friday and find them to be enjoyable, put a comment in the comment section. And always in the description box, I always leave extra informations and timestamps, especially for these cards, so you can fast forward just to make it more simple and more enjoyable for you guys, because we love you so much. And we hope that these messages just helps you to develop your intuition, for you to be connected to yourself, because you are power and you are amazing. And like always, have a wonderful day, you all. Sending love your way. Bye, everyone.